Love and Hate Realities. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Rethinking Reality. Love and hate. We grow up in our lives learning what hate is and learning in time maybe what love could be or is. So love and hate, wow, what are they? Well, they're really undescribable, of course, but you can see it in a lot of things on either side of the fence. So let's just think about it. Love. Love is the creative life force, as you can say. Love is what creates everything. The creative life force of love, a vibration, a certain type of harmony. Okay? And what is hate? Hate would be the destructional life force. One is a creative and or creational life force, and the other, of course, is a destructional life force. So love is a creational life force, hate is a destructional life force, but hate can also create what? More destruction. And love? Well, maybe love can be transcribed into many different words. Okay? Maybe doing good is just love. Maybe looking at different realities from, do you, well, like yourself? Because that's in between love and hate. And a lot of people like their thumbs up, their likes that they have, right? On your Facebook or your whatever it is, right? Likes. How many likes did you get? Okay. Like is like, remember, it's got many meanings. Like is like. So think of hate as at the left-hand scale, the neutral or the center is just liking something. And mean you love it. And the other side of the fence is, of course, loving something. I hate it, I like it, or I love it. So let's get into this, maybe just looking into ourselves. Look in the mirror, and do you have the ability to be able to really take those three words, those special words, hate, like, and love, and see if you can pick one. Look at yourself in the mirror, take your clothes off, look in the mirror. Remember, you're looking at not only your physical self, your emotional self, your mental self. Do you feel that your mind is smart enough, or just a smart ass, right? Do you have any of these things that you could look? Do you hate yourself? Do you like yourself? Or do you love yourself? These are just questions just to ask yourself. Remember, rethinking reality. So how do you know if you hate yourself? Well, I don't know. Maybe that could be a variety of different things. Maybe you hate yourself is because maybe your body is toxic, your mind is toxic, your emotional heart is toxic, meaning that you're wanting to loathe thyself, to cause any type of sadness to yourself. Remember, the hate system causes suffering, doesn't it? It causes suffering to anybody that you hate, or anybody that hates you causes you to feel suffering. So look at yourself again. Do you hate yourself? I don't know. I don't know if you're overweight. I don't know if you're really not investigating on how to take care of yourself. Remember, that's part of the program of even liking yourself. Do you like yourself? Well, maybe you don't like yourself that much because if you're a girl, maybe you're putting on makeup, fake up. You don't like yourself, so you're covering up what you don't like and seeing if you can paint a new face, right? Put on a new face. Maybe dyeing your hair. Maybe you don't like yourself is because you like a different style of hair, color. Okay? You don't like yourself maybe is because maybe you don't feel you're as attractive as you want to be, so you put fingernails on, high heels on. Maybe you don't like yourself and you're trying to learn maybe to love yourself, and you think that getting plastic surgery in any form, Botox, plastic boobies, just cutting away things, that you could maybe lose, like body fat. People get that stuff sucked out of them, right? Okay, so look, do you like yourself? Well, that means, do you take care of yourself? Do you exercise? Do you research on how to learn more about yourself? Do you spend time with yourself? Remember, do you like yourself? If you're busy with everybody else, most likely you don't even like yourself. That's why you have to have so many friends, because you can't stand to be alone. You can't stand it, can you? Now, do you love yourself? Well, that means most likely that you're really taking care of yourself and you're really loving the level of physical, mental, emotional, and ethereal different energies and life forces that you have. And if you love yourself, that means you're creating not only a lot of things good for yourself, but you're creating a lot of things outside yourself, because if you feel good, that means that you can do good. And if you only really like things, that's fine. That means you don't have a passion. And when you love something, that means you have a passion for it. And if you hate something, well, you may have a passion about that too. It's just negative energy. Passionate energy can be in many forms. Again, this goes deep. To love thyself is to know thyself. To like thyself is to try to find out about thyself. And to hate thyself is to, well, cause yourself to be sort of like a temple that you are, well, pooping in the temple. Remember, the church, they call a person that is doing something against the church, to desecrate the church, to embarrass the church. Remember, the body is your church, guys, and if you hate yourself, you can look in the mirror and see if you like yourself. And if you love yourself the way you are, it's not even if your mind thinks that you love yourself. Look in the mirror and give yourself a body examination. Guys and girls, okay, I'm not picking on girls or guys, just what it is. Guys, why do you wear toupees? Why do you dye your hair? Okay, why? Do you have designer clothes or designer Gucci bags or whatever it is? Why? It's because you may be feeling insecure about yourself and you want to give yourself more status. At least you want other people to think that you have more status. Remember, this is a mind prison we live in. Watch the video we just did before on, do we live in a digital mind prison? These are just different rethinking realities for you to be able to see, feel, hear, touch, maybe different perspectives that other people that have different radio stations activated. So, anyways, going deeper, love. Love is the creational system. Okay, remember, hate is creating suffering. It creates a lot of things. It creates suffering. It creates, again, a breakdown of things, destruction, hate, breakdown of relationships, a breakdown of maybe your body, because let's say you're a vegan, and most vegans are leaving the vegan church just because that diet's not working as good as everybody told them it was. Well, of course, because it's nutritionally deficient. Body can't absorb a lot of them. Maybe some people can, but body can't absorb a lot of different types of plant poisons. Remember, oxalic acid. Hates, okay? Hates things to eat it, so that's why the plants have oxalic acid in their leaves, in the whatever you're eating, spinach, broccoli, all the plants have oxalic acid. Some have much more than others. And most people, again, they don't want to do the research and they don't want to dig in deep, so guess what happens? Since they've been vegetarian, vegan, they've been off of all saturated fats, their bodies are probably full of pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides. Why? Because the plants that they're eating, even if they're organic, doesn't matter, they're still full of the different pesticides. Why? Why would that be if it's organic, USDA organic? Think about it. What do you think? It's been blessed by God? Okay, do you think anybody's watching the farmers? And ask the question, where do they get the poop from? Remember, it's organic poop they got to use to be able to fertilize the plants, right? Something organic. Well, they get it from animals, right? What kind of animals? You think they get them from organic chickens? You think they get them from organic things? No, they get it from commercial grade feedlots. And commercial grade feedlots are any lot that is commercially grown. wheat, corn, soy, sprayed with all the different desiccants, herbicides like glyphosate, okay? You're eating all these things in your organic food because they're using commercial feedlot poop and they're just organically composting it. Just read the label, organically composted, nothing more. It's not organic chicken poop. Again, it was not blessed by the organic gods. It's just poop, but that poop again is not clean poop. So you're putting infected poop, dirty poop on your organic plants, and you think just because it has a sticker it's good for you. Not only that, but there's a lot of anti-nutrients in a lot of these plants, especially when people go vegetarian only, vegan only. Is because you wind up getting an accumulation of different types of anti-nutrient systems like oxalic acid that turns things into minerals, into rocks. It can take calcium, again, and if you knew about these things, then you want to learn to like yourself, is because you're causing destruction to yourself if you don't find out some of this information. Okay, it's just the way it is. There's very few people that can break down the oxalic acids that are in free form or in crystal and salt form, like very sharp blades, sharp like pieces of glass that go through your system and cause scratches, inflammation on anything they touch. If they get into your body because you have leaky gut syndrome, maybe that's one of the reasons why you have leaky gut syndrome. Remember, most of the plants have a lot of different herbicides, fungicides, different types of preservatives on them. Even if you're eating organic, it's just what it is. So, if you want to love yourself, then it's like taking a fast from oxalic acids for 90 days. That would be like taking a fast from maybe meat, or taking a fast from masturbation. I'm doing a fast right now from oxalic acids and, well, different things that are loaded in plants. So I'll tell you about my experiment and get into it deeply. But I'm about 30 days into this experiment and it's working out beautifully. More than what I thought. Of course, because I was a skeptic before. But then again, you got to get sick to be able to smell the coffee, see the roses, to be able to even look for the rainbow. Okay? To get out in the sun, well, you got to realize, again, with your realize, a little illumination. And if you don't get sick, then you don't have illumination because you're not searching for anything, because you like what you've become. You don't love what you've become. Remember, everybody's supposed to be going in an upward spiral. And if you like what you've become, that only means you're in neutral position. You're just hanging around. And if you hate yourself, then again, it's time to learn terrain modification protocols, practices, and principles and start chipping away at your, well, different deficiencies that you have, your different dysfunctions you have, and we call that terrain modification. There's over 50 departments to upgrade, enhance, and optimize. And again, to learn to love yourself. Upgrade, enhance, and optimize. If that's in your theme, that means you're wanting to learn to love yourself or want to know how it feels to love yourself. Remember, it's upgrade, enhance, and optimize. And you have to get out the garbage out of your system, so you're going to have to dissolve, wash, and renutrify. And the other triad, of course, is when you go through these dryouts by doing intermittent water fasting, okay, and learning the protocols. Watch our videos on that. Learning a lot of the different simple protocols that you don't even have to change your diet to learn, okay, like the skin cleaning and detoxing protocols. Very smart, okay. The thyroid protocols, especially if you are vegetarian or vegan, especially. So this is the way it is. Guys, if you want to learn, all you can do is learn from others that you feel have some form of stability. Remember, I've been doing this for about, I don't know, close to 10 years now on YouTube. Okay? And we got about 100,000 subscribers. Should have way more than that, but they keep dropping off all the time just because that's what the system does. It's just what it is. That's all right. Word's getting out. Remember, if you want to become your own doctor and learn how to take care of yourself, well, then you can. Whew, now I can put the window down. Bloody hot. Let me take this off. My eyes were burning. Shoo, it's like 100 degrees in here. Okay, so Take the seatbelt off too. Ah, there we go. Less restriction. First thing. What a beautiful day. Okay, the sun's a-shining. And, well, the humans are out, most of them, destroying. And if you think about it this way too, let's go to another level. Remember, do you love yourself, like yourself, or hate yourself? Fine. Do you love what's going on in the world right now? Do you like it, or do you hate it? Do you hate Gaia? As I see a lot of the people here, they don't really like Gaia. Why? It's because they're throwing papers on the ground, as I can see trash on the ground here. I'm going to pick some up on the way into the gym. I see people walking around, remember, they're not being smart. They don't like themselves. Remember, they're overweight. They don't like themselves. They've augmented themselves in many ways, transhumanized themselves in many ways. And I see these people, whoa, there is a man for every woman, that's for sure. Ay, ay, ay. Now, and it's most of the tourists I see, because they got cameras hanging around their necks. And, you know, it's like, guys, I can see your female, and you're a guy, I can see your female boobies through your shirt. That's a little embarrassing. Okay, you better put a bra on there, brother. Okay? So do you like Gaia? Do you love Gaia? Do you hate Gaia? Gaia is the earth. Do you hate the forest? Sophia, do you love the forest? Do you like the forest? Well, a lot of things that we're doing to this place, we should be upset if we love the forest. We're destroying it. If we love Neptune's nest, which is the second dimension, which is behind me, the water world. Okay, the ocean. See it back there, guys? The water world. That's Neptune's nest. That place is, well, that's called the replicators. That's where all things that live in that ocean behind me, they replicate like a mother, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're food for the world. Remember, a fish has 1 million eggs. Why? Because, I don't know, because it's supposed to feed all other things. Everything exchanges energy with everything. It borrows energy from one system to another as life, okay, creates itself. And remember, there is a system in nature, and you can see it's a love and hate relationship. No, it's just life and death. Nature loves itself. The animals love themselves. The crocodiles don't kill each other. They may fight over a girl or some territory, but they don't eat each other's babies, but they'll eat anybody else's. So, you know, there is an intelligence here in nature, and I see a lot of, well, trying to choose my words selectively. I see a lot of minions, okay, that are nice people. I love everybody, but I don't like a lot of their behavior, what they've done to themselves. I see a lot of people right now that hate themselves. I see some people that like themselves, and I see some people that, well, that are trying to love themselves and maybe do love themselves, okay? They don't live a stressful life. They appreciate, if you love yourself, that means that you love things around you. If you like yourself, then that means you only like things around you, so you have a dismal life. If you hate yourself, that means you probably hate everybody and everything around you, and you don't care about anything. Just what it is. And if it's not that way, well, then you're one of the few that doesn't fit into, if you hate yourself, you can pretty much hate a lot of things. If you like yourself, and look in the mirror and look at yourself and see if you like yourself. Can't even see it so bright right now. See if you like yourself. Stare at yourself and just stare yourself down. Look inside your eye. Look, flares your nose. Stick your tongue out, okay? Turn your head sideways, back and forth, and look at yourself. Okay, get a mirror and see the side profile so you can see what you are. It is you, and if you don't like what you see, what do? You learn how to love yourself a little better. You can learn how to love yourself, which means that you're going to have to upgrade, enhance, and optimize, because if you are overweight, if you do have a lot of problems and dysfunctions, it just means that most likely you haven't been doing a lot of the research and or experimentation, because everybody's uniquely different, and I can see most people that I'm looking at right now, they're doing probably close to the same thing, or being poisoned by the same thing, or having the same forms of assaults. Why? Because they all look the same. Look like they're roly-poly, and they sort of waddle back and forth. And there's a couple of studs in between, a couple of studresses, you know, females. But that's very few and far between. It's just the way it is. So, anyways, learning about yourself is to be able to see within yourself. And remember, this is rethinking reality. Put those phones down. That means if you're on that phone all the time, most likely means that you don't like yourself, is because you have to keep entertained all the time. You have to listen to music all the time. You can't have any silence in your mind. Is why? Because it'll drive you nuts. I know. I know a lot of people that are like that. They can't stand to be alone. They can't stand idle time, is because a lot of weird thoughts go through their head. Why? Because maybe you're living the wireless technology where you're not thinking by yourself. You're thinking with all those other energies flowing through yourself. So anyways, figure it out, guys. Do you like yourself? Do you hate yourself? Or do you love yourself? And if you think you love yourself, again, take your clothes off and look in the mirror and really say it is so, instead of just having a mind game. I love myself, namaste. I know. But I can see that you're not doing a good job at loving your body. I can see you're not doing a good job by loving your emotions either. Why? It's because you're unstable in them. Yeah, maybe in your mind you love yourself only because that's the social programming and engineering that you've been told to have. Don't worry about a thing, it's all good. It's not all good. Remember, we live in a physical world here that's dimensional. It is not the physical system that controls the physical world. It is a non-physical system, and most people can't get this. A non-physical system that controls all form. The same as what's beating your heart right now. It's not you. Oh, it's inside me. Yeah, it's inside you, but it's not available for you to sense. Can't even feel it. You have to think about it. Maybe about the fantastic voyage within the automated system that just keeps on ticking and keeps on going, whether you like it or not. And it has nothing to do about how you feel or think. Remember, it's going to do it on its own, so it is behind the scenes. That world of no form is controlling your form. And since the mind doesn't have form, remember, it's in using the brain as a transistor, but the mind doesn't have any form that animates it. Remember, the computer needs software programs to be able to run the programs of the computer. If not, the programs, of course, non-initiated means the computer's dumb. So anyways, guys, figure it out. 2323. Okay? Learn to start liking a lot more things than the electronic world. The electronic world, remember, is a trap. I know it sounds really good. It just does. But almost everything that will pervert you pretty much is on that electronic world. Think of it. Porno. Look that up in Gematria. Porno 33. Special word. Wonder how it got that numerology. Anyways, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Love yourself, like yourself, or just quit hating yourself. How about that? That's a start. So, okay, aloha and yo, baby, yo. Okay, and there goes the birdies. That's it.